Welcome back to the Jobin Insider series. Today we'll be covering dynamic lists. Not specifically a feature, but more of a, concept that is achieved thanks to a combination of multiple features that Jobin.cloud brings to the table. What features exactly? Well, these are, a multitude, but in essence, it's going to be a combination of extensive data that is available to you within a database. So for example, professional experiences, roles, and essentially, lots of information that we need, which is achieved thanks to the built-in Jobin.cloud sourcing functionality. Then an option to, of course, filter for all those extensive details on a profile. And lastly, it's an option to auto-update the profile to ensure that they stay up to date. With the combination of these three functionalities, we can achieve dynamic lists. What do dynamic lists do for us? They allow us to essentially find contacts that are suitable for a certain industry or search or essentially a range that we're running, without us having to manually add contacts to those lists each time, and without us having to maintain and update them. Because if someone is no longer suitable for that certain talent pool, then they'll automatically exit that dynamic list. And if someone new happens to automatically be fitting within that talent pool, they automatically get added to it. And in combination with the auto-update functionality that Jobin brings, this means that this list will essentially be able to reflect current details without me having to waste any time updating it. Let me show it here in practice. So I'll go ahead and run a very lazy search, so to speak, or efficient is more accurate, since I've got various AI features at my disposal to help make things faster. So I need to find Java developers. I just press this find similar button. That's going to generate a semantic search to find, variations for Java developer. So efficient rather than lazy. But in this case, nice expanded search for lots of different variations to a Java developer role. And I, for example, want to find only contacts that recently entered the workforce. So I'm going to want to look for someone with total years of experience, no more than, let's say, 5 years. And this, of course, it's years of experience, so that's going to change with time. It's one of those features that, one of those filters that require, constant updating, so it's going to be really hard for me to actually maintain that in a standard talent pool or list. So the dynamic list, I've got, let's say this is my dynamic list that I want to store. That's it. I simply press save as on the filter that I've set up, and automatically, let's call this Java developer. And I already have it in use. Then I'm going to call it dynamic list. And just like that, automatically, throughout my database, without me actually having to add them to a list or tag, which you can of course also do, because there are scenarios where you want to have a semi-permanent list that sticks on a profile. But if I'm looking to create a talent pool, that's definitely going to be something that needs to be flexible. So at any time, if someone is no longer a suitable Java developer within those 5 years experience range, then they're not going to show up in this list anymore. Just like that, we've got all various profiles that have 4.5 years of experience, anyone with 5 or less years experience. And just like that, the dynamic list is created, but there's even a, let's say, fancier or more detailed way to create a dynamic list. Because this is more of a talent pool type list where I'm just loading a template. So just to showcase how easily I load these, I reset the filter, press load, and here I can find all the filter templates I've created, but we can find dynamic list here at the top, and just like that, I've got the list showing flexibly all the contacts within. But if I want to make something more precise, what I can instead do is I can create a job pipeline for specific roles I need to fill, and I can have a list created telling me who is suitable for this role dynamically. So I already have one set up for this Java developer example. I've got mostly Java developers in this demo work group. And all I'd have to do is press, this button is one of the shortcuts, but if I press this, this opens a search for contacts that are not in the pipeline yet. So people that I've not yet reached out to or specifically interacted with as far as this workflow is concerned. And I can then simply press show only fitting. So like this, dynamically, it's going to look throughout everyone in the work group that is not in the pipeline yet. And it's going to tell me who's fitting. So essentially, dynamically, I've found that there's 632 contacts that are suitable Java developers Some more than others, it's automatically ranking them by fitting index. So of course, got the top ranking one here, Philippe, with 71%. Main reason being because he's also open to work. So if I were in fact open their profile, I'd see that they are looking to work as a software engineer. But that aside, I've got a dynamic list, in this case in a more specific fashion, telling me who is dynamically in a flexible way suitable for this specific job I'm trying to fill. And the core concept is the same. The only difference is, rather than me saving the filter template that I load in manually, I instead simply select the pipeline and then tell it, find contacts that are fitting for this pipeline. And dynamically, no matter how their roles change, so I actually might want to do this because their profile pictures aren't appearing, so I can just press Auto Update, and just like that, the top 10 results here, I can run this on demand on all 600 as well. So I can just select them like that and run Auto Update. And like this on demand, I can make sure that those results that are appearing are going to, actually continue being relevant for that search without me having to micromanage and maintain that list each time. And besides time saved, it's also useful since you're probably going to be making assessments or launching outreach campaigns based on the results from these searches. That pretty much summarizes dynamic lists and the various functionalities and ways they can help out in smoothing your workflow. If you've got any specific use cases that you'd like to have covered or specific features, join our Discord server and let us know. And wishing you all a great rest of the day.